Erica Saldivar is the Client Services Coordinator at Family and Elder Law of Mid-Michigan. Erica, we often talk about estate planning as something that you do when you're older and your health starts to fail, but probably we should do that ahead of time before we get sick. Can you give us some examples of other times when we need to be thinking about estate planning?
Yeah, and I get it. Estate planning is scary. Most people don't want to think about it until they're forced to, and that typically happens when your health starts to decline. But the first event in your life that should prompt you to start thinking about your estate plan is turning 18.
Oh.
You're an adult now, so
Oh.
you need powers of attorney, especially a patient advocate designation for your medical decisions. And then when you start having kids, you're going to want to add a last will and testament onto your plan, because in your will is where you can name a legal guardian for any minor children that you have. And then when you get married, of course you're going to want to do some estate planning with your new spouse. You want to make sure that you have not only the authority to make decisions for each other, but hopefully you're giving each other some instructions about what those wishes are. Because so many people never just sit down and say, if I'm ever on life support, this is what I want you to do. But if we just have that discussion once, get it in your powers of attorney, everyone will be on the same page.
Yeah, got to have those uncomfortable conversations. Now, not all marriages are going to last forever. Unfortunately, some end in divorce. What happens if a married couple has already done an estate plan and things are getting ugly and they're going to get a divorce?
Yeah, in the event of a divorce, your documents will need updated eventually. The urgency to update those documents is going to depend a little bit on your relationship that you have with your soon-to-be ex. Because if you're very angry and you're at each other's throats, you probably don't want that person making decisions for you regarding your health care and life support.
Not really.
You probably don't want that person to have access to all of your money anymore. And in the worst case scenario, if you die, they could inherit everything.
Right. So what do we need to do? What do you recommend for somebody who is going through divorce and they do have that estate plan with the spouse?
Yeah, the first thing you want to do is make sure that you have copies of all of those estate planning documents for your own records. Next, meet with a family law attorney to discuss your rights, your options, and to discuss the care and custody of any of your minor children. Then you'll want to meet with an estate planning attorney to update your documents now, and then again after the divorce is finalized if you need to. You might also want to meet with a financial advisor to review your financial needs. You'll also want to make sure you have any life insurance information for you and your spouse so the beneficiaries can be updated. And finally, make sure your financial institutions, your advisors, and your doctors have the most updated information for you, including your new address and all of your new powers of attorney.
Find out more by going to Family and Elder Law of Mid-Michigan, family-elder-law.com. Thank you so much for this really important information, Erica. We need to have those uncomfortable conversations now rather than later, right?
Thank you, yes.